And her milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. Put that thing in the jar. I heard that she real down the Mars.
Hey creeps, welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing a review on SuperMarkers, and I have the skin tone set with the fine bullet nib and the chisel nib. These also have like 12 colors in here, and they're like a triangle shaped as well, so I'm gonna open it up and let you guys see what they look like. But first, let's go ahead and read some of these claims. It looks like there are 12 unique colors with no duplicate colors. Each marker has a bullet tip and a chisel tip. Bold, beautiful, bright colors. You can use these for adult coloring books, etc. And they're alcohol-based, non-toxic, and acid-free. As for pricing on these markers, I got these markers for around $10. Yeah, they weren't that expensive. From left to right, they go from lightest to darkest. They also have like a very warm undertone to them. Like they all look very just peachy. So yeah, this is that triangular shape that they were talking about. They also have like lettering at the bottom of them, so like some type of number system, so that's great. So now you know if you need to replace a marker or if you need to refill a marker. I don't know if these are refillable or not, that you can just go ahead and look at that numbering system. And this chisel nib is like pretty much the sharpest chisel nib I have ever seen. Look how pointy that is, like precise. Let's go ahead and get some swatches on, and I'll be quiet and I'll let you guys see the colors for what they truly are. Alright, so now that the swatches are over, let's go ahead and use these skin tone markers for what they're actually supposed to be doing. So I went in with the lightest shade right here, and I just used this basically as the base tone and put this all over her skin, of course. And like they feel really smooth. Like I don't have a strong alcohol smell coming from these. Like they're not nauseating or anything. And this lighter color did deposit very well, so it just basically soaked into the paper and blended really nice when I started to layer on the blush tone. So I was really happy about the way that this actually just melted into each other. I wasn't expecting them to melt in so well, but I shouldn't be surprised because most of these markers were on the warmer side, so they just all melted in pretty nice together. The only shade that was somewhat yellow was the shade that I used for her base in the beginning. That was the only one that has like more of a yellowish hue, when the rest of them are on the pinker, peachier side. So even when I tried to add the shadows, I just saw that they started to blend very well just because most of the colors were warm, so it didn't take a lot to get things to just mesh well together. The only issue that I had with these markers were the fact that they just did not blend well with the Art and Fly multi-liners. Like they just kept smudging and stuff, so I was kind of disappointed with that, because like where I had her molds and stuff, they just did not cooperate. So for the rest of the piece, I went ahead and used my Ohuhu markers to color in her hair and to fill in whatever colors that I did not have in this 12-piece marker set, because this was just basically for skin tones anyway. So I want to primarily just focus on the different skin tones that I can probably do with this marker set. They did not have a wide range of browns. Like they had pretty earthy brown, so I didn't want to use any of the browns and make her dark skin or anything like that, because that was the plan at first. But once I noticed that the shades weren't going to line up how I wanted them to, I just decided to opt out and make her more on the tan side of, you know, I made her of a Caucasian descent for the most part. So, or I mean, to each his own, whatever you guys wanted to see her as. But yeah, I made her skin just fairly light. When it came down to that red color that they have in the pack, I went ahead and used that for most of her suit that she has on. I did have some streakiness when it came down to her suit, but overall, these markers did blend well with the Ohuhu markers. So from my experience, I don't think that if you layer up these markers with another alcohol marker that it will cause any problem. I really enjoyed depositing ink with these markers when it came down to like the chisel tip. It was just so sharp and so precise. I loved it. I really believe that the warmness of the markers just made the piece tie in even more, so I didn't have a problem with using the Ohuhu markers and using the SuperMarkers together. Like, they just really intertwined really well. So this skin tone set from SuperMarkers gets a 4 out of 5 stars from me. This is the end piece, you guys. Go ahead and leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you are willing to be a part of this Creepalicious family, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.